Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod bundle. Today we're going to be talking about realism, or some may refer to as immersiveness. Now, we've talked about immersive mods before on Mod Bundle. We actually have two, one of which is one of my most successful videos, so very obviously you guys love immersion. Now, so do I, and there's just so many immersive mods out there that it's hard to settle it to just one. That's why I made a second one, and why I'm making a third one today, and I will probably continue to make more in the future. There are just so many amazing, immersive, realistic mods that improve things in vanilla Fallout 4. Today, specifically, we're going to be looking at things in Fallout that aren't super realistic and fixing them. So, let's go ahead and get started with our first mod. Now, to start off, Fallout 4 is an amazing game with a lot of unique approaches to situations. For example, there's a group of enemies over yonder, so you place down some frag mines to protect yourself. Turns out, oh no, those were robots. So instead, we're going to switch over to some pulse mines for that exact situation. But you know what, they never even bothered to walk this way, so instead maybe we throw some frag grenades at them. But oh crap, that got their attention. And now they're coming straight for us, and it turns out there's way more than we thought. So what do? We employ a stealth boy, turn ourselves invisible, and run away. It's really great. But my question is, where is your character putting all this crap? And the answer is the Utility Belt mod by Jags78. This mod allows you to actually see all of the equipment that your character is using, depending on which ones you have equipped. So as you can see in our inventory here, under apparel, we have the utility belt. Now, for getting this thing, you actually get it as soon as you spawn in after installing this mod. And it's actually marked as a quest item, so you can't drop it. However, you can unequip it if you so choose. Maybe it doesn't go with the armor you're wearing. But if you have it equipped, as you can see, it has all of this wonderful gear. And it goes based off of your most recently equipped items. So you have 3 slots. One is going to be your equipment like stealth boys, then your mines, and then your grenades. So you can see we have a stealth boy, a cryo mine, and a plasma grenade. And it goes based off of the most recently used item. So as we see, I have a cryo mine equipped, and the last thing that I had equipped before that was the plasma grenade. But if we were to switch to, say, a frag grenade, and then to a bottle cap mine, that will be reflected on the utility belt. This is truly some ingenious work to show off all of the stuff that your character is using as he's using it. Really, really genius idea. But hey, maybe you're like me and you don't use grenades and mines that often. Well, at least now you have some cool accessory pieces to some of your favorite outfits. Truly just a genius mod, and definitely one that you can install in just about any playthrough. This really is amazing. Now, as for our next mod, we are checking out Backpacks of the Commonwealth by BmanBlazer. Because you can carry so many ridiculous items in this game, but yet, again, where do you put it all? Now, this is more than just a generic backpack. This is actually a pack of dozens of wonderful looking backpacks that are added to the leveled lists and spread around the world. Each of these are going to have their own unique stats as well as unique carry weights, and some of them can even be modified at an armor workbench. Sadly, I've been using this mod for years and I never knew about some of the really incredible features at a workbench. For example, if we take this military backpack here, it increases your carrying capacity by 70, which is a lot compared to some of these backpacks, but it gives you -1 agility. However, if we take it to an armor workbench, we can check out some new frames. So here's our canvas frame, which is the normal stats. Or maybe we can even add a military canvas frame, which gives us more carrier weight and removes that agility modifier. Or we can even add a military ammo harness, which will increase our carry weight to 80, give us an additional 1 endurance, and also make our weapon reloads slightly increase because of that ammo harness. Or a military ballistic fiber, which is the same as before, but minus that reload bonus. You even have options to add a new shell, which will give you some damage resistance, or change out the colors, which again is available on a lot of these backpacks, so you can fine-tune it to your outfit. Backpack mods are always super cool in games like Fallout and Skyrim, where you just carry a ton of junk, and I believe this is one of the best ones that Fallout has to offer. Plus, it's available for PC and Xbox. But wait, we're not done yet, because if this mod wasn't cool enough, it also has support for the utility belt mod that we were reviewing just before this. So if you throw those items on, they now equip to your backpack as opposed to the belt section. Like I've been saying, this really is an incredible mod with so many immersive backpack options, as well as some really interesting ones to go out there and find. Now, previously, in one of our immersive videos, we talked about how it was silly that only the stim packs were animated in the game. And we talked about a few other animation replacers, but behold, the master of all animation replacers has come out, and that's going to be the Immersive Animation Framework by AnotherOne, aka RetroPaladin. This is going to cover just about every single aid item in the game, all of which have amazing, beautiful animations. It's really going to make you want to utilize all of your hotbar. Really incredible stuff coming out of this mod author, and this is just the same. Not to mention, these animations also have third-person versions. A little more basic than the first-person ones, but they definitely get the job done. Really incredible to see Fallout just getting more and more immersive with mods, and this is a great one for any load order. Alright, now let's be real. The vanilla Fallout 4 light sucks. It mimics whatever your light is on your Pip-Boy, it gives you a nice little AoE, but it doesn't stretch very far, and in terms of just making things visible, it doesn't. And a lot of people like to use darker nights, and this just won't cut it. So what I see a lot of you guys doing is grabbing the Pip-Boy flashlight replacer, which replaces this light with a flashlight, and you call it a day. But then that begs the question, where's that light coming from? And that's why today we're checking out the D98R Tack Light by Dark98 Rock. This mod is going to add a couple of new ear lights for you to wear on your character to give a reason as to where that light is coming from. And this is a great utility mod for being able to see in the dark. These things come equipped with a good bit of customization as well as some sweet Vault-Tec logos on there to try to keep them a little bit lore friendly. They also provide a very proper working flashlight, has a good bit of distance, lights up the area in front of you, and is a great alternative to other flashlight methods, including weapon flashlights, because then you have to equip a flashlight to every weapon, and if it's not available for the particular mod you're using, then you're out of luck. Now this does require Armorsmith, and you can craft it at the Armorsmith station, where you grab it in Accessories MFD, where you can grab either the D98R Earlight or the D98R Tack Light. The ear light is a little bit sleeker, and then the tack light is nice and big with a proper flashlight on it. Once obtained, either of these can be taken to an armor workbench where you can change out the color of the light. You've got blue, cyan, green, orange, pink, purple, red, and white. My preference is the white one. I wish we had more of a light yellower vibe, but the white works just fine. Now we're going to move on to a topic that definitely bugs me, and I'm sure bugs many of you as well. And that's going to be the Chemistry Workbench. Now when it comes to the benches themselves, they're great. They're really well modeled, and the idea of crafting things from chemistry at them makes perfect sense. Now the problem comes to mod implementation. A lot of mods, when you need to craft something, they just throw it in the chemistry station. So tell me, how is it that I'm crafting my new AK-47 at this sink with some test tubes? Well, the answer is I'm not. But luckily, a wonderful man by the name of Gaddison has led me to the correct path. And that path is the Simple Immersive Chem Benches for Crafting by jimmygitto. This is going to be a remesh of both of the vanilla chemistry stations that makes them more suitable for crafting just about any item in the game. So now, rather than just a handful of test tubes, you have a bunch of drawers and tools and components that makes this a proper crafting station, rather than just a chemistry station. And I gotta say, I absolutely adore these new models. They fit so much better into other settlements. It's kind of weird seeing some of the original chemistry stations, especially the one that we're looking at now. I think it's much better and more suitable as a full-on workbench, with all of the components you need to craft all of those items that you're gonna craft. I really like the new remesh of the original sink variation of the chemistry station. This one looks super cool. I love the pull-out drawers, and it still includes the sink and some chemistry supplies, because you will be doing that occasionally. But now you have options for everything. Now, additionally, you can also use the chemistry station renamed to Crafting Workbench by LeahTheUnknown to do exactly that. As you can see, it renames Chemistry Station to Crafting Workbench, which makes a whole lot more sense given the remodel and given the actual functions that the Chemistry Station has in-game. And interestingly enough, if you head into the workshop mode, it is actually renamed to Crafting Workbench there as well. So you don't have any immersion breaking going on. If you want to craft a crafting workbench, you do so. It is important to note though that this does not apply to modded in Chemistry Station. As you can see, this one here does not have the new name or remesh, as it is completely custom, not part of the vanilla game, and those edits were to vanilla items. Just a little disclaimer I wanted to throw out there. And now, for our last mod, we're going to talk about Fallout 4's environment. Now, Fallout has had a very specific vibe for a very long time, and that is everything's dead. We've got yellow grass, trees with no leaves, and dead bushes everywhere. And that's fine. That is fitting for the Fallout universe and the idea and style that they're trying to present. However, my immersion requires more. Now, it's hard to say exactly what the lands might look like immersively and realistically because we don't have a lot to base that off of. We have not suffered a nuclear war, nor have we had 200 years to cope afterwards. However, we do have places like Chernobyl, which have received a ton of radiation and have bounced back in less than 200 years. If you take a look at pictures of Chernobyl now, you see that it has been overgrown with green, lush trees, which is why today we're going to be taking a look at A Forest by DeathByKitty and Oynlen. Now, really, you can use pretty much any forest mod you like, but this is just one that I particularly enjoy. It has a lot of really awesome meshes, the shade of green that I'm looking for, as well as changes to a lot of the vanilla items to make this feel how I want it to feel. So again, for immersive sake, use any forest mod you'd like, but this is the one that I'm using for this video. And it's one we haven't taken a look at yet, so it's nice to change things up a little bit. This is just a super cool retexture for all of the foliage in Fallout 4, and I really like the vibe that it presents. Really awesome for a regrowth sort of overhaul. I've always preferred a green style for my Commonwealth, and I really like the vibe that this one has, so definitely going to be my new go-to from now on. And with that, we bring this video to a close. I hope you guys found some new mods that maybe you haven't seen before, or got reminded of some that are really great for adding some immersion and realism to your game. If you want to try any of these mods for yourself, there will be links in the description down below, as well as Xbox links if they are available. Don't forget to go out there and support your mod authors, endorse their mods if you enjoyed, as well as donate if that's something that you're able to do. Again, these guys make incredible mods for us to enjoy for free, so it means the world to them if we can go out and show our support and appreciation for all of their hard work. Additionally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this one, and I hope to see you in the future. Peace! And hey, shout out to all of our patrons for their continued support. As always, your donations are greatly appreciated and help to fund videos just like this one, so again, thank you.